What's up, webheads? Happy New Year! That's right, guys. It's the first comic book haul of 2021. Stay tuned to see what I picked up this week. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Spider Slayer's comic book haul. Fans, this is episode 455, and guys, Happy New Year. This is the first haul of the year, so if you're new to this series, this is the video series where each and every week I show you, the fans, what I picked up at the comic book store, which is Comic Central, right here in Central Florida in the city of Sanford. So if you're ever in town, go give them a visit. All right, guys, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get started with this week's haul. And yeah, the future is now, let me just tell you. So here is the mysterious black bag. And this was a little bit of a disappointing haul for me, and I'll explain to you in a little bit, but there are some cool things in here. So the mysterious black bag is here, making its first appearance for 2021. So here we go. We're going to reveal what's inside. So here we go. There is a stack. Black bag is on the floor, and now we're going to get started. Okay, so the first thing that I wound up getting, and I heard a lot of great things about this particular series from other YouTubers out there, and they said if you want to read something different, go ahead and read this. And the first thing that I'm going to show you that I actually picked up, and I got it yesterday, was actually Berserk Volume 1, or the Deluxe Edition Volume 1. People have been saying a lot of great things. It's not, I guess, your traditional manga, I guess, but it's just a story that's been decades in the making, and everyone that reads it is just, you know, blown away by it. So I got it yesterday. I read about 125 pages of it, and let me just tell you, it's actually really good. And I'm not a manga person, but the artwork in there is really good, and I think it helps that it's in a deluxe version. But here's some of the artwork inside. So I'm happy to get this, and you know, whenever I get some free time, I'm going to dive into it. It's a pretty quick read. There's not a lot of dialogue. It's just a lot of action, and I like that, you know. So it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of volumes to read. I'm happy to get it. So now let's move on to the comic book material. So this week it's all about Future State, right? DC was releasing all their Future State stuff, and unfortunately my comic book shop didn't get anything else in besides DC Comics. So that's a bit disappointing. This is the second week in a row it's happened. It's because of some shipping or printing errors why their books are being delayed. So this week it looks like I'm going to have to pass on showing you some of the other Marvel books or independent books that I showed you, but I'm going to show you a couple other hardcovers I picked up and some of the Future State books that I did pick up and which ones I'm most excited for. So let's get started. All right, so the first Future State book I wound up getting is Wonder Woman. Now, I heard that this book is actually really well done. That's what my comic book shop manager told me. Now, if you haven't seen the artwork or made it to your store yet, here's some of the interior artwork that's inside of this book. So this is me looking at it for the first time itself, and I'm not going to lie, the artwork looks really good, and this has me a little bit pumped for it, right? And so I want to see something good come out of these DC books. I don't want to see this Future State fall flat, and then we never see these characters again, and then we kind of don't know what's going on with DC Comics going forward, right? So that's Wonder Woman. This is Yara Flores. I think that was her name, right? So anxiously awaiting this. Now, when it comes to these Future State books, I am picking them all up, but I'm not picking up any variant covers. I made that promise to myself because this whole thing is really expensive when you get all of those books. So I'm not doubling up on them this time around. All right, the next one I wound up getting is Swamp Thing. This is the Future State. Pretty cool regular cover here. I'm not a huge Swamp Thing fan, and I'm curious to see what this book has to offer. Looking at the artwork inside of this one, it actually looks kind of cool. It looks horrific, and that could be up my alley. I did hear there's a lot to take in when it comes to Swamp Thing, so I'm not sure what to expect there, but it does look cool. And again, if it gets me reading these characters in the future of DC, that's what I'm looking forward to. The next one I wound up getting is probably one of the ones I'm not so excited for. That's the Superman of Metropolis. I don't know what to expect out of this one. So this one is a little bit more money. It's the $6 book when it comes to this, but it is more pages. And here we get to see Jonathan Kent, who actually looks, he kind of looks a little OP here. So he's deflecting bullets, and his costume is pretty neat. I like actually how that S is kind of like up around his neck area, and it's not overly exaggerated. I think that's kind of cool. I think Brainiac makes his appearance in all this too. I'm not sure. But yeah, artwork looks good. This could be interesting. Check out this. So it looks like there's a big crater in the earth or something. So I don't know, man. This could be cool. So Superman of Metropolis, got to try these, see what you like. The next one is Harley Quinn, Future State. So that's the main cover of the book. So let's take a look at the interior artwork on this one. So this looks interesting. I don't know what to expect either. I mean, we don't know what to expect out of any of these books. But again, sometimes if artwork is, what you're looking forward to in a book, if that makes the determination if you want to buy a book, well, now you're getting a first look on it. So that's Harley Quinn Future State issue 1. All right. And then next is The Flash. So The Flash, I guess, is supposedly evil, like Wally West. And it looked like maybe there's these different versions of The Flash. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So let's see if we get some more good artwork here as well. I can't wait to actually read these books so I can talk to you guys about, what they actually are and if they're worth reading and if it's going to obviously go forward in the DC universe, right? So there's that one. All right, so we got The Flash. Something tells you, okay, I did get it. All right, the next one is The Next Batman, issue 1. So this is obviously the main cover. Now, this book is huge. It's an $8 book. It's pricey. But again, I think this has many different stories in here. Let me see if I can go to the main portion of the story so you can see the artwork in here. There's some more stuff in there. So then we wind up getting that. And then we have the conclusion to death metal. And from what I heard, and I know I've fallen off of death metal, but I heard in issue 7, this kind of is very important to read to give you the state of what's going to happen with DC Comics. So if you felt that death metal is confusing, it's been over your head, you're burnt out of it, try to see if you can get this issue and find out what's going on, because it's going to give you a heads up of what's happening with DC Comics going forward. Again, you can't deny the artwork here by Greg Capullo. It's an absolutely beautiful book to always look at. It can be convoluted, but nevertheless, you got to read it to see what's going to happen to DC Comics, right? So there you have it. There's death metal, Wonder Woman looking at Wonder Woman. And the next book we have here is Generation Shattered. This is issue 1. This looks like it could be a quite interesting book because you have all these heroes that are from different times teaming up together. So who's going to lead this team? Is it going to be a young Batman? No. Is it going to be a Sinestro that's, a Green Lantern at the time? Starfire, Superboy, like who's it going to be? So this looks like it could be a quite interesting book. Here's some of the interior artwork in this book. So this one is pretty neat. Yes, again, it's a little bit pricey, right? But this could be an interesting story. I think they actually have 2 issues of this. If you're a Booster Gold fan, you might like this. So yeah, again, all these DC books are kind of up in the air. We don't know what they're really truly about, what's going to happen with them, how they're going to carry forward in the DC line. So we'll see what happens with it. So that's Generation Shattered. That's issue 1. All right. And so now we're going to go on to the Facebook shoutouts. So the first shout out of the day goes to Justin Sparizzi. He said some Silver Age goodness in the mail today. So he actually got some great, amazing Spider-Man issues, which is always great to see. And whenever you can fill those holes in your amazing Spider-Man collection, yeah, man, congratulations to you. All right. Next on the shout out, we have Michael, who says, when going through a collection, you bought and came across this gem that's not bagged and boarded and all beat up and written on. So this was Strange Tales issue 122. Have you guys ever come across that when we actually... you're going through your collection and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot I had this comic book, and then it's just all beat up or not bagged and board. I've had a couple of those before, you know. It's just unfortunate, but you can only have what you can have. Bag and board it now, and you know, whatever condition it is, that's what it is, right? So at least you have the issue. All right. The next one goes to Andrew D. Leitner, who says super nostalgic. So he's got this Tiger handheld X-Men game. You know, these games are really popular before they had Game Boy or Game Boy Advance or, you know, obviously the DS and all those other handheld systems. You had a ton of these handhelds, and they're just like this plain screen, and it's just like this black character moving up and down. Lord knows what this game was all about and what you had to do to win it. But man, just the packaging alone is iconic. Obviously, this is a game from the 90s. So awesome to share that from Hasbro Gaming also. All right. And then last but not least, we have Sam, who is a new member of a Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite, and says, Tuesday haul, got some back stock, got Dollhouse 1 and 2. They have the whole run, only 23 more. Immortal Hulk to get caught up to 40, LOL. Right side is 50 bins, finally made it through. So he got a lot of cool stuff in his comic book haul. So congratulations, Sam, and welcome to the club. All right, guys, so if you want to become a member of Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite, just go onto my Facebook group page. I'll approve you. It's as easy as that, and you can share all your wonderful goodies that you get each and every week, or your collection just in general. All right, so what else did I pick up this week? Well, I wound up going to Books A Million, which is really close to my comic book shop, and they're actually getting ready to close. They're having a huge sale. They have 40% off of sale trades. So I wound up getting this Green Lantern New Gods Godhead from Robert Venditti. This is pretty cool story. I remember reading it. I think Robert Venditti did a great job on Green Lantern. So yeah, this is really cool. So happy to get this. I paid $6 for this trade, and you know, on cover price it's $35.99. So it was marked down to like $12, and then I got it for like $6. So ultra cheap. So happy to get that. And then the other one that was worthwhile of getting was this Green Arrow, the Archer's Quest Deluxe Edition. So wound up getting this one too. Green Arrow is an awesome character. I love this version of him. It's more like the like Justice League Unlimited series. Like it has that type of artwork in it. So I was excited to get that one. And there was one that I missed out, which was the 50th anniversary of the Teen Titans Deluxe Edition. And I saw it there once before, and I'm like, I'm going to hold out on it one more week. And when I went to go pick it up, it wasn't there. I was so angry that I passed it up at the time. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. Again, I'm happy to get what I have. So, guys, there you have it. There's the haul for the week. Sorry I didn't get all my comics, and I couldn't share all of them with you this week. Hopefully next week it will be back to normal. Now in the comments below, I want to see what you guys picked up for the week. And as always, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell. Until next time, I'll leave you more content right here to check out. And Happy New Year's, everyone. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you real soon. Bye.